Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another video, and for today's video I'm going to be weekly checking in for week 1 of my November monthly budget. I can't believe that the days have been going super fast and we're already pretty much halfway through November. I'm filming this on Monday the 11th. The way that I set up my weekly check-in, I'm basically going to be tracking for a week and a half. So what I'm going to do for this video is set up my weekly check-in spread. I like to do it on the back of my monthly budget, so I will go ahead and do that, as well as I have all of my cash envelopes here so we can track how much I've spent in them. I have my little micro happy planner here, which I use to have all of my cash envelope little trackers, and then I will show you guys how all these stickers look in the monthly view. So let's go ahead and get started with our monthly view. Well, actually, before we move on to that, I completely forgot. And once I was editing my video, I realized that I forgot a category in my variable expenses. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in just a little bit. I think it was a really good idea for me to leave a space, and that's sort of why I like to do it, because there's been times in the past where I've forgotten a category, and this month proves that once again. So I went ahead and added a category for maid of honor. As you guys know, my sister is getting married in January and I am her maid of honor. So I completely forgot that I have to start buying things like my maid of honor dress, maybe my heels and things like that. And I definitely want to do it now in November rather than wait until next month, and where I'll only have a month left for the wedding. So I definitely wanted to include it in my November budget. And once again, I'm glad that I left a little space here, so I went ahead and budgeted $200. I don't think it'll add up to $200, so I definitely think that I overestimated, but I rather do that than underestimate. So then I also just went ahead and changed the totals, so that went up to $1,050. So that's sort of a little update that I wanted to mention first, so you guys know that I completely forgot about that category, even though, I mean, I've been knowing that my sister's gonna get married for a while. But you know, sometimes you forget things, and that is okay. And that is also why I like to leave myself a line or two after I am done with my categories, because things always come up or I end up forgetting about them. Okay, so everything is updated, and I have bill due stickers as well as my budget expense ones that I need for this week. I don't have to put an envelope stuffing sticker because I already had that there. And I don't have to put my payday sticker either because those were already included in my monthly add-on sheet. First little sticker, so I did have to, I did have my PayPal bill on the 5th. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that there. And then let's go ahead and take a look at my expenses. My first expense was on the 2nd. I went to, well, actually I didn't go anywhere. My mom ended up going to eat at a Mexican restaurant called La Barca, and I was studying this day. I just asked if she could get something for me, so she ended up getting mulitas. So that was $8. And then on the 3rd, I went grocery shopping at Target, and that was $29. So that's there. Next up, I actually don't have that many expenses, to be honest, especially in this last week because I have not been out of my house. I've been really busy with just different things that I have to do, so I haven't really had much time to get out of my house, to be honest. Okay, next up we have eating out expense for $10, which is for Starbucks, and that was on the 7th. You guys may or may not know this, but I have my key here, which lets me know what each sticker means. I do like to categorize some of my cash envelopes together, so I will combine both my eating out and groceries to be classified as food, and then for shopping I combine my beauty and allowance cash envelopes, and then the rest have their own little sticker. And I like to do this just to save myself time, as well as just so I won't have like a ton of different color stickers, and it just works out. I will go ahead and show you guys how that looks in my weekly check-in right now once I set it up, but it isn't too complicated. And then last but not least, I went to Target on the 10th. I spent $49. I picked up some things for my meal prep, and then I also have a teal sticker for Target, but this is not from either my eating out or groceries cash envelope, but it is actually from my beauty cash envelope because I ended up buying, I believe, some clips and a toothbrush. So if you guys don't know, this month I have decided to make my beauty cash envelope also be part of like my toiletries, because I didn't really have any categories that pertain to that, and I just thought that I needed it because I wanted to buy a toothbrush. So that's the reason why I took that out of shopping, which is for my beauty cash envelope. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and set this up. I feel like I did this a little bit backwards. I usually set the weekly check-in spread up prior to me sticking down the stickers, but that is okay. So I have here these stickers I will be using. I'm just going to go ahead and finish up with this washi kit, which this is my floral washi kit for November. And then I have my weekly check-in with the pink page flags. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I don't really have much to talk about. I kind of already talked about it as I was laying down stickers, but I've been extremely busy with my shop, which is kind of why I haven't really had the time to go out and like spend money, which I guess could be a good thing because I'm saving money, but I feel like I definitely need at least a self-care day or a day to go out, run some errands. So I think maybe this week I might end up going out and either like go wash my car, get a pedicure or something. I'm not sure. I just think that I definitely deserve to do something for myself. So I'm gonna leave 2, 3, 4 little lines. And I will put 2. So what I like to do is I will put these strips and I will leave 4 little spaces for my 4 different categories, which essentially cover my 5 cash envelopes that I weekly check in for, which I kind of already mentioned them. I know if you guys are long-time subscribers, then you guys already know this, but I kind of do like to explain it a little bit more every single month, just because I know that I am getting new subscribers here and there, so just so nobody is confused. And last but not least, so I have the strips that say week 1 through week 5. Now, if let's say you don't have 5 weeks and would like to make this last little strip a results section, you can go ahead and do so. I give you guys little scripts in my weekly check-in kits that go on top of those if you guys, let's say, don't end up having 5 weeks or anything like that. But of course, you guys can plan however you want with stickers. That's sort of the beauty with being able to lay down your stickers wherever you want and do with them whatever works for you. Okay, so I think the last one might be a results section for me. Let me just go ahead. I'm just going to put the leftover washi here. And that really just connects the whole spread together with the top washi. So let's see. Let's see what we have here. So I am just going to write what each week that I will be checking in for is going to be. So I typically like to do from whichever day that I start in, like ending on Sunday, so then I just film my video on Monday. That's just what works out for me, to be honest. So since the month started on a Friday, like I mentioned, this is going to be more than a week, but that's okay. So week 1 is going to be from November the 1st until the 10th, because otherwise it would have just been 3 days, and I didn't really like that, to be honest. And this is just what worked better for me. So from the 1st through the 10th. 10th is going to be week 1. Then from the 11th until the 17th is going to be week 2. Of course, with the stickers, you guys have the ability to customize it to whichever weeks you guys want them to be. Week 3 from the 18th until the 24th. And then week 4 from the 25th until the 30th, which is Saturday. And then, yeah, the last little header is going to be a results little section for me, so I will just go ahead and take the results sticker, and if it's pretty perfect in here. There you go. So that's what that's going to be. That looks really cute there. And now we can go ahead and check in for week 1. So my categories I went ahead and just made my lines off camera. I kind of messed up here, which is great that I didn't do it on camera. But my categories are going to be as follows. So like I mentioned, I have foods, I have gas, and then gas is of course by itself. I have shopping, which is my allowance, and beauty cash envelopes once again. And then I do like to have an unbudgeted category just for any unbudgeted expenses that I may have that I am not accounting for in the month. So that is how that is going to look. So now let's go ahead and take a look at week 1 from the 1st through the 10th. We already laid down our stickers, which is the good part of this. And now I think before we start, let me go ahead and lay down some no spend stickers. So I like to put these no spend stickers. These are from my Etsy shop, by the way. If you guys are interested in any of the stickers, I don't think I mentioned at this video. I do have a link for it down below. What I like to do with these is put a no spend sticker on the days that I don't have any spending. And usually at the end of the month, I like to count how many no spend days I have, or just have them in here. I don't know. I think they really encourage me with my budget, and it looks cute and it makes my spread a little bit more me. So I did have quite a few no spend days. Yeah, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's pretty good. Okay, so those are all of my no spend days, and now let's go ahead and take a look at food first. So all of my pink stickers, I think we have the majority of them are pink stickers. We have $8 for La Barca, $10 for Starbucks, $29 for Target, and $49 for Target. That is a total of $96. So then I will go ahead and put $96 for spent, and then I like to take a look at what I budgeted for in the beginning of the month. So I'm going to look at both of these. So I'm going to add both of these because this is my food category. So 200 plus 120, that is 320. So 320 minus 96, that means that I should have remaining $224 in both of those cash envelopes. So let's take a look. I have my cash envelopes here that I made for myself. If you guys are interested in seeing my personal planner setup, which is this right here, I did just get a video up last week all about it, so make sure you go and check that out. I know a lot of you guys really enjoyed that video, so yes. So I have all of my cash envelopes here, so you guys can see groceries, eating out, gas, allowance, and beauty. And I did make these in my periwinkle color to match my budget kits. So let's see. Okay, you guys can see after both of the transactions from Target for my groceries cash envelope, I should have $122 left over. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. We have 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 121, 122. So we're all good there. And then for eating out, after La Barca and Starbucks, I should have 102 left. So let's take a look. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 1 and 2. It's 102 right there. There you go. Next we have gas, which I didn't have any expenses, of course, because I don't have any purple stickers in my monthly view. Now, as I am weekly checking in for these, I'm just gonna go ahead and check them off just so I don't get confused about tracking them. There you go. So then nothing for gas. So for spend, we will put 0. And I believe I budgeted $80 for gas, so we should still have $80 remaining in our gas cash envelope. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80. Let me just fix this, sorry. 80 right there. And then we have shopping. For shopping, I have one sticker here, which is $12, and that was from my beauty cash envelope. So let's put 12. And then shopping is like I mentioned, these two, so 200. Minus 12 means that I should have remaining 188 there. So then if you guys can take a look at my tracker for allowance, I didn't spend anything. So I should still have 100 in my allowance cash envelope. So 50, 70, 90, 100. And then the money came out of my beauty cash envelope, so 12. So that means that I should have 88 in my beauty cash envelope. So we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 5, 6, 7, 8. 88. 88, we're all good there. And that's going to be it for that. So now, as you guys can see, whenever I have an unbudgeted expense, I do like to mark it with one of these red stickers. I didn't have any unbudgeted expenses. I am just quickly going to check this off. This is for my PayPal bill, and I already did pay for it, so I just like to check those bill due stickers off as well. So I'll put 0 for unbudgeted. And then I do like to just put a dash here because I don't budget anything for unbudgeted expenses. But if you guys are wondering where the money would come out if I had budgeted expenses, I do tend to have some sort of buffer in my account that you guys of course don't see because I don't disclose my income, but that is sort of where the money comes out of. So that's basically it for the weekly check-in part of this video. Now I'm quickly going to show you guys my sinking funds as well as my variable income spending, just because I do like to show you guys pretty much everything that I have in my spreads. I want to show you guys my sinking fund spread, especially because, as I mentioned in my October budget results video that went up on Saturday, I was able to save $69 from my cash envelopes from last month. What I've done in the past is I have rolled over that money to the next month, or I have used it to put towards my debt or just different things like that. But for this month, I decided to do something different that I have done in the past, and that is to put those cash envelope savings towards a sinking funds category. So as I mentioned in my sinking funds video, actually, I definitely thought that I might have an unbudgeted expense because I didn't add too much money in there, and I am going to be purchasing some contacts pretty soon. So I am going to be putting those cash envelope savings in that medical sinking fund. So this is how it's going to look in my transaction. So I put medical, I put the date that I went ahead and put those savings, which was the 9th, and then I do like to put it in parentheses because I am adding that money instead of taking it out. So usually when I have purchases in my sinking funds, they would just be like this, but this was in addition to my sinking fund, so that's why I put it in those parentheses. Just put as a description October cash envelope savings, and that is how it's going to go into that. So now for my medical sinking fund, I should have 22 plus 18 plus 69. I should have 109 in there, and I've already taken that money and put it in my little sinking funds system, which you guys know all about, of course, because I've talked time and time again about it. So that is how that's going to look in my sinking funds. Of course, you can do whatever it is that you want with your cash envelope savings. This is just what I think is going to work for me the best this month, so I can prevent me from having an unbudgeted expense, because I know I will be getting those contacts for sure. So that was a good thing that happened, and I'm really glad that I was able to save that money from my cash envelopes. And now last but not least, to wrap up this video, I'm going to show you guys the spending I've made so far from my variable income sources. So for variable income sources this month, I have YouTube, share sale, Etsy I have here because I am just going to put towards my debt this month, and then I have Patreon, of course. So for these 10 days, I believe, yeah, 10 days, I've only had 3 expenses so far, which I think is a pretty good thing. So on the first, I spent $7.99 from PicMonkey, and that is just a graphic design fee. This is where I make all of my thumbnails, so I do like to pay for that, and I do consider that a business expense. Next, on the same day, I spent $113.10 from the Cultivate What Matters shop, and I bought the 2020 power sheets. I actually got those in the mail already and have made a first impressions video on that, so make sure you check that out. As you guys can see, it is a pretty pricey purchase, so I would definitely suggest you check out my video if you guys would like to see if it's even worth your money and all of that. I was a bit skeptical in the beginning to purchase it because of how much money it was, but I thought that maybe it would really be able to help me with my future goals, as well as to show you guys and help you guys out by seeing if it's a planner for you. So that was on the first as well, and then last but not least, on the second, I spent $28.20 from the Fox and Pip, and I just bought a couple more stickers that she has. I think most of the ones that I bought were Happy Minis. So that is basically all that I have for my business expenses, and with that being said, that's all that I have also for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm super glad that I was able to catch that expense earlier rather than later. And of course, if you have any questions or anything for me, please don't forget to comment down below. I am trying to be a lot better at commenting back to you guys, so I hope you guys appreciate that. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already, and hopefully I will get to see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.